We thought, well, gravity is always attractive, and so it should be, we've got all these galaxies in the universe, and the universe has been expanding since the Big Bang, and so it should at least be slowing down. And there was even a question as, is there enough matter in it to slow it down so much that it stops and recollapses again?
Hi, Godspeed. I started with Brian Cox. You heard Brian Cox voice. Because in this video I'm taking on Brian Cox. I have a list already made, and I started another list where I'm taking on YouTube channel Wrong Science. Brian Cox, but is via a YouTuber from a guy from YouTube named Science Time. So that's why I started with him. And everybody says that gravity is attraction, inclusive Brian Cox.
We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive.
So if they do not know what gravity is, how can they think about expansion accelerated or the Big Bang? So these are the proponents and sustainers of the Big Bang. They do not know even physics. And I made a video on all the physicists, great physicists that you believe on the internet that they are great. They do not know physics. So they do not understand it. So I explained to them what gravity is, okay?
We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive.
Newton made only one equation, this one. Force equal mass times acceleration. And you compound the vectors, and in the gravity is G, is a force. You put G, and instead of A you put small g. But if it is strange to you, but they say that it is attraction.
We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive.
So they didn't know that this is the force. And I've told you on my channel, I put for you on all the great physicists, they do not know what gravity is, okay? So that's why it seems like I insist on this, but I have to, because they do not know. But once of this is falling, all the Big Bang is falling. So this gravity is attraction, like you look at the solar system. If mass 1 attract mass 2, why they do not collapsing toward the sun? But you do not understand that gravity is a force. And it is a hitting force, like this. You see, like this. And Newton said, I made this force equal mass times acceleration. And he gives the example with a crane. I pull like this. And in this spring, there are opposite forces, like this and down, like this, all the way. So he says, you take the force equal mass times acceleration, you put it in all the geometrical possible cases. So there is a rectilinear case of force and a circular force. And this is gravity, you do not understand. And this is not attraction. Again, he says that it is attraction.
We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive.
So I make this smaller, like this, and I make it smaller, like from this. You see, it's different. It's different. So he says you ignore the springs, Newton, from the Newton book. And this is gravity. Mass 1 does not attract mass 2. So if this is going to fall, you understand that they do not have anything to support the Big Bang. And they are, look, you must pause here for a moment. Mass 1 does not attract mass 2. They are hitting each other with a circular force. This is what you do not understand. The force serves the circular like in a car wheel. It will conserve the angular momentum. If you speed up the Earth, you increase the gravity of the Earth. Because gravity, in a sense, is the acceleration of the specific system. Small g instead of a acceleration, but it is this acceleration space over time. This is the way I make my videos. I'm saying like a T science. I have always here a T. This is a green tea, and I'm not looking straight on camera. I'm not filming myself. in a perpendicular manner. Okay, so mass 1 does not attract mass 2.
We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive.
So he says that it is attraction. So sorry if I insist, you see, it is a stable orbit with forces, unseen forces in all the direction. Each force is the equal opposite of force in contrary direction. In each, this describes a space. This is what they do not know. The gravity has a circular space. Case like this. This is from the Newton book, okay? And you compound the vector. If you accelerate fast the Earth, you spin it fast because there is centripetal and centrifuge force and a force that it will go around the sun like this. And Newton does not says who it produced it. If you have a mass of given mass, you know the mass. You know what is the force that you give it to maintain it at a constant speed. You must give some constant force to maintain this at a constant speed. So this is the gravity, and do not understand. And even it seems that I am like insisting on this, but every guy does this. And this is like from Therium. A big mass with a small acceleration has a small force, exactly like I've told you. If you accelerate fast, the Earth has this big acceleration. So in consequence, a big G force like this, F equal G. You see, you compound the vectors. So this is when you understand when you hit your fist somebody. If you accelerate it fast with the same mass, the same fist, you produce a bigger force. If you accelerate faster the Earth around the Sun, it will have a big G, and this is compounding of the forces. You have like a movement like this and around the Sun, and you compound all these centripetal and centrifugal forces like this, and you obtain a perpendicular, not a perpendicular force. So if he says that it is attraction, you understand.
We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive.
Force does not produce the mass. Mass does not produce the force. It is a relation between them. So this is the same. Acceleration is not produced by mass. Acceleration is not produced by force. It is space over time, and there's a relation between all three this concept. Acceleration not being produced by mass, being space over time squared, time squared, okay? Force not being produced by mass. It is a relation between mass and acceleration, and mass not produced by acceleration nor by force. So if you put G instead of F, you understand all that I told you, okay? You put G instead of, and you understand that the same with gravity. So now he says that it will expand, the force will attract. Okay? They give Nobel Prizes on craziness. You do not understand. These are the guys who are trick you to believe the Big Bang. Okay, so if you trust them, he says that you cannot doubt the Big Bang because some guys on 60s made the background radiation.
You cannot claim that there wasn't a Big Bang. You can pretty much see, we can see the afterglow of the Big Bang. It's called the cosmic microwave background radiation. It was discovered in the 1960s. It is the afterglow of the Big Bang. So you could ask the question, well, how far away do you have to look to see the origin of the universe?
Microwave background radiation is one of the causes that produces the force, because Newton does not say that like a crane does not produce, like an arm of the crane. It is a relation. The motor of the crane produces the force. But the force manifests and has a quantity on the space. So this is the microwave background radiation. It is the cause of this. And it is produced by the back ends of our galaxy. And we cannot see the universe. It is seems strange to you or not, we cannot see the universe. This is show to you that they are fast to lie. They learn something one from another. They do not know real science, and these guys are lying to you. But I'm telling you, the stars are close, and we cannot see the universe. It seems strange to you or not. The galaxies are inside our galaxy. Are stars putting clouds after Pluto? There's one day with the speed of light, full of clouds of hydrogen, oxygen, and other gases. And there's electromagnetic circuit. This is the cause of the gravity on all the solar system, not the sun. One does not produce the force. It is a relation, and this force is a circular field compound from background radiation, electromagnetic waves, light, and many things that give this force to rotate this planet, to imprint them on acceleration. And this will show to you when they will find out the galaxies are like this, put in a membrane like this. And they are simply stars put in this electromagnetic field that ignites even the sun. The sun it is not running on battery, but it's on this electromagnetic field that came in the sun. Okay, but if you do not understand, gravity is not attraction, and they do not know science. If you do not understand this, okay, God bless. This is the way I make my videos. This is a green tea science, and this channel is against the Big Bang, against the current view of astronomy. You cannot put in the mirror only one day with the speed of light. In a telescope or lunar, all the galaxies are stars. Light diminishes with distance. It makes point. So what we are seeing, it is not from billion years. Goodbye. God bless.
We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive. We thought, well, gravity is always attractive.